I can't believe no one has posted this yet. You're not going to believe what I discovered about this farmer. They're not who you think they are. Farming is not how they afford their lifestyle. It's quite the lifestyle. Not just sleeping with the enemy. They are the enemy. Remember the
Yes, people are heartless. I don't know if you have seen this. This is a time I should not be seeing this. You all know what people are passing through in Maui. Criminals are using different means to scam off vulnerable victims. Very disturbing. According to this article, emergency management team continue to assist wildfire survivors on Maui. Attempt to fraudulently deviate and steal funds are also on the rise. One of the scams now happening more frequently. People who claim to be inspectors from the Federal Emergency Management Agency imposter will gain enough information to file claims for victims, then redirect the payment before they can be discovered.
I can't believe no one has posted this yet. You're not going to believe what I discovered about this farmer. They're not who you think they are. Farming is not how they afford their lifestyle. It's quite the lifestyle. Not just sleeping with the enemy. They are the enemy. Remember the water worshiping commissioner?
True conversations about equity.
You're telling me that he's in charge of every single drop of water in Hawaii. He didn't know there wasn't enough to fight fires. It's his job to know. There is no reason why those aquifers should ever be low. We were told that he had to request the permission of farmers before he would divert water.
You have to check with kalo or taro farmers.
Last remaining kalo farmers.
That's not exactly true. He had to request permission from one farmer. Ultimately, he never gave the order. That would be Chairwoman Chang that allowed the water to be diverted. He let down the entire state of Hawaii that day. Chairwoman Chang immediately relieved him from his duty. That upset the farmer. Can you think of any reason why he should be reinstated to his position as water commissioner? His neglect got hundreds, if not thousands of people unalived. Why would anybody support this guy?
Go praising Manuel.
Leo, we're so grateful for everything you've done.
The only people that benefited from Kalo Manuel's role as water commissioner is you two. Why do they want him reinstated? He played favorites. They got what they wanted. He let Hawaii down. Laura's going to try to defend herself by saying that the water wouldn't have had an impact on the fires.
Water is diverted, agriculturally zoned gentleman estates.
That's just straight up dishonest. Going through Maui's aquifer systems, another video for another time. Lauren places blame at the feet of the rich developers.
Take massive amounts of water for their pools and their water features, like their fountains and whatnot.
Pools and fountains were to blame for the wildfires that day.
And that is why we've been having wildfires every year. And we're not able to put them out.
What other fires have you not been able to put out? Looks like you put all of them out. This is the first time this has ever happened. Something changed. That's a whole nother video.
Because we don't have the water, because it's in swimming pools.
If you say there's no way of knowing whether or not diverting your stream would have helped, then how do you argue that rich people's pools were at fault for the fire? But wait, there's so much more. Laura has a side gig. Like and follow for part 2. I'm going to tell you who she's working for.
Thank you. That is not all. Take a look at this video.
As emergency management teams continue to help Maui wildfire survivors, attempts to divert and steal funds are also on the rise. KITV4's Robert Buon now joins me in studio to tell you about some of the scams and setups to be aware of. Robert.
Rick, even amidst some of the most trying and terrifying times in people's lives, criminals are still targeting vulnerable victims of the Maui wildfires. One Lahaina resident I talked to today, she didn't know she had been defrauded until she tried to apply for her benefits. Another example of the struggles for those still trying to recover from losing everything.
I asked someone in my family to assist me with the FEMA application, and she got as far as getting all our information in, and then she told me that my email address had already been registered with FEMA. So I contacted FEMA and they said my name had been used, my name, my date of birth, my social security number had been used at a different address in Lahaina.
It was that note, she said, that made things more difficult. Since Chang was unable to verify that fraudulent address, they wouldn't give her any more information, let alone any financial assistance.
When you take a look at this article, emergency management team continue to assist wildfire survivors on Maui. Attempt to fraudulently deviate and steal funds are also on the rise. One of the scams now happening more frequently, people who claim to be inspectors from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, imposter, will gain enough information for victims, then redirect the payment before they can be discovered. Before giving out any form or asking someone to help you, you need to be aware, you need to know this person you are dealing with and try to verify if this information have been filled rightly. Some take that and fill in their names, the funds goes to them. This is something that we deal with routinely in disaster, said Patrick, media relations specialist. When you are with FEMA representative, they will call or text the individual to schedule an appointment. They will not generally not show up unannounced. If they do, they will have their FEMA identification with them, which is their federal identification badge as a FEMA employee. Even amidst some of the most trying and terrifying times in people's life, criminals are still targeting vulnerable victims of the Maui wildfire. I asked someone in my family to assist me with a FEMA application, said Kim, whose family home in Lahaina was destroyed by the fire. She got as far as getting all our information in. Then she told me that my email address had already been registered with FEMA. So I contacted FEMA and they said my name had been used by my date of birth. My social security number had been used at a different address in Lahaina. That made things more difficult for Cheng. Unable to verify the fraudulent address, they will not give any more information, let alone any financial assistance, until her case was elevated to a fraud investigation. While Bolan encourages everyone to be cautious of suspicious interaction, he reminds everyone that it is important to keep yourself safe. You don't want to confront somebody in that situation, but you do want to separate yourself from that individual, said Bolan. Call law enforcement immediately if you suspect foul play in the regard, and then reach out to FEMA at our. If you can do this to a suffering family that don't even have anything to eat, then I wonder if you are getting money through this means, this will never help you in any way. I have said this and I will repeat myself. If you one of that person that is watching me, I receive these mails every day. If someone send you a link and wants you to click on that link on any email, don't click because they use that to tap up information about you. It has happened to a lot of people. I'm just sending out this so you should be aware on what is going on. It is concerning that people nowadays don't have a heart. They don't care if you are dying.
Nothing through the power of Christ when we come together.
Lives of many families.
Hey everybody, aloha from Maui.
On Kauai, to get private tests on water and land because nobody in our government will help us.